This is FYI on your TV, brought to you by Hometown News. I'm Kathy Botham, and I have got Darrell Nunn with me. You are with North Grenville Community Theatre.
Yes.
You were here last September.
I was.
You were in a play called Hobson's Choice. How did that go?
It went very well. I mean, it surprised me that I got to be both the director and the main actor, which was never the original plan, but it all came off very well. And then we had a good party and relaxed for months.
There is that sense of relief
yes.
after everything's over and it went well, the success of it all and everything. If I remember correctly, there was a picture that was your father.
Yes.
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 Is that correct? Yes.
Yeah, he was in that play a while ago.
Yes.
Because he was younger than I am now by a chunk when he was in it.
So this year you are the director in a play called Our Town.
I am.
Okay, let's talk about this. We were talking shortly before we started here. It sounds so interesting.
To me, it is just a fantastic play. I know I'm the director. I know I'm supposed to be selling it, but really, if I was to make a list of 5 to 10 of the best plays in the English language, comedy, tragedy, drama, this would be on the list.
Okay.
It's got something for everyone. It's got sorrow, it's got joy, it's got some laughter, and the title, Our Town, says it all. It could be Smith Falls, it could be Kempville, it could be Perth. It's all about life in our town with all the sorrows and joys and puzzles that presents.
Okay, and there's couples involved, or is that?
There's 2 key families, the Gibbs and the Webbs, and they're families where there's a mom and a dad on stage because one has a boy and one has a girl. And I do not want to have any spoiler alerts, but guess what happens when a young boy and a girl come together? And yes, that happens in this play. And there's some beautiful, sweet, poignant moments, not just between the young couple, between the mothers and the fathers who are dealing with kids getting married, between kids who are having jitters just before the ceremony, but the wedding is only in Act 2, and Act 3 takes place sometime later. And I'm not going to talk about Act 3. It completes the story.
Okay, okay. Now let's talk about the set.
There is no set.
Yes.
It was written deliberately with no set, which might panic some audience members, but please don't let it. Because here's what happens. It's a play that involves breaking the fourth wall, as we say in the theater, which means sometimes the actors speak directly to the audience. The character with the most lines in the plays, the stage manager. We have another stage manager backstage, stage managing. But one of the big characters is a stage manager who sometimes takes roles, but acts the role kind of as a narrator. So occasionally he can say to the actors, just when you've been completely drawn in, thank you, ladies, thank you very much, and now we'll move ahead a few hours. So that is the joy and the challenge of the play. But one of the things that has made me so excited is that the chemistry between each of the 3 main couples is fantastic. And there's many things a director can do, but a director cannot produce chemistry between couples. That's the only thing the couple can do. And so I'm just overjoyed to see the chemistry on the stage between these 3 couples.
And that's nice that you say that too, because I mean, there's acting
Yes.
where you can act like you have the chemistry, but if you bring the chemistry to it, it makes it that much easier and just believable.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely, absolutely. So 30 members in this.
Yes, I would say let's say 10 main parts and a few sort of medium-sized parts. And well, a wedding involves a lot of people. When you think of the bride, the groom, their families, everybody in the congregation, and yes, so and a choir in the church. So yes, a lot of what you might call extras, but as I say, there are no small parts. There's just small actors, and none of my actors are small.
Now you're performing in the Urbandale Theatre at the North Grenville Municipal
are.
Centre. That's a beautiful theatre.
It is. It's a lovely place to work, and we've never been able to work with the whole stage before, in as much as we've put sets, beautiful sets on it. But when you've got the whole stage, you've got a big area to work with, which is good because sometimes there's 2 or 3 settings happening on different parts of the stage at once.
Wow.
And the audience is looking, and it's up to them to look. Something that doesn't happen in the television versions because, for all they're marvelous, the camera always makes that decision for you.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, when you're in the auditorium, you get to make it. So you may be looking on this side of the stage, and your husband or wife may be looking on that side of the stage, and that's all just intended.
Excellent, excellent. Now, did you have the theater for practices and everything too?
We started moving in on November the 2nd, so we are now practicing in the space.
Excellent.
And that makes such a difference for the actors.
And how often do you practice?
Well, we started in early July with the principals. And because there's a lot of couples and threesome work in the play, we were able to do an incredible amount of that before we ever had to get to large rehearsals. That's also a joy for the cast and a director. The play, in a sense, allows these little episodes to be practiced in mini, and then you put it all together later. And that's what we're doing right now.
That's when you see it too.
That's when you see
That's
it.
when you see it, yes. And now we're talking this November 21st, 22nd, 23rd, and 24th.
Yes.
And the tickets are available at ngct.ca.
ngct.ca, or for anybody in Campbell at B&H Grocery.
Yes, the B&H Grocer, yes. They're wonderful supporters,
They are
you know.
fantastic
You could
supporters.
get
We're
tickets
so
there. You
thankful.
could, yeah, they sell poppies there,
Oh.
the kettle drive. You put a poster up there.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, it's your old town grocery store. They help everybody, so they're wonderful. They're wonderful. So again, the dates, November 21st, 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. That's coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the price is the same online as it is at the door. Online sometimes has an extra fee. We don't want a two-priced system, so we've absorbed that. So it doesn't matter whether or not you buy it in person or online, it will be $25.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. But yeah, online, you know you got a ticket too. You don't want to be disappointed
That's
and
right.
get
No, we're getting a lot of word of mouth on this. And as soon as you have 30 characters in a play and 20 people backstage, those 50 people all have a lot of family. So
and they all want to come and see it. They all want to come and see it too. So I
Yes.
mean, I'm glad you mentioned that too. There's 20 people backstage. We've got to mention them too.
Oh, yes.
You don't see a lot of the people that put this together. Costume design, stage managers, you know,
Oh, yeah.
everything. Yeah.
Yes.
Green room people, front door.
And lots of lighting and sound issues
Yes,
with this one.
yes.
Yes.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well,
And
this is
trying to
great.
get 30 people into 1901 costumes, that was a challenge, but we managed to conquer it.
You did it. You
Yes.
did it. Yes. Challenge accepted.
Yes.
Well, I thank you for putting this on. And once again, Darrell Nunn from the North Grenville Community Theatre. How long have you been with them?
Since 2018. I guess this
2018.
is my 8th directing for them.
8th directing for them?
Yes.
And you've participated. You've been in
I
plays
have,
as well.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is it which do you prefer to do? Or
I do
not
both.
fair to ask.
I do both, but at this point, I like other people to have to learn the lines.
Yes. Yes. I have great respect for people who have to remember all that. It's amazing what they have to remember.
It is indeed.
It's like we said earlier too. Once it's all over and you have the little after party and there's that sense of relief.
Oh, yes.
It's like, whew! I don't have to go to bed thinking my lines tonight. You know.
It's a relief, but it's also anticlimactic.
Yeah.
Because the world that you've built and lived in for
Yes.
months
Yes.
has just dissolved.
Yes. That quickly. That
Yes.
quickly. Yes.
Yes.
For sure. For sure. Well, we thank you for putting the work into this, and I'm sure I encourage people to get out there and have a great time at the North Grenville Community Theatre. And it's at the Urbandale Theatre. I'm doing this without looking at my notes, at the Municipal Center.
Yes, it is. Thank you
Excellent.
very much for having me.
Thanks, Darrell.